Moin you rascals, big project update. Shattered Dawn was supposed to be an AI-powered project at this stage that then transitions into a comic and ultimately into a feature film. Anyway, the point is that I'm running into hard resistance right now. Practically, I ran into a war with MidJourney. While we had a really good process in identifying the characters, and you guys voted on them, so thanks for your support there. I was quite happy with Jaemin and Layla, and now I wanted to use those characters to create the story. Like, what are they actually doing, right? And I needed artwork for you guys to vote on story points now, not just on how they look like. And that is where the challenge comes in. Let me show you what I mean. So I used these images as omni-reference for the story points that I wanted to create, you know, for the artwork from. And I just ran into a huge wall there. Let me show you. This is actually not a bad image here. So strong facial expression there. Good detail. The style is a bit off, but I think with style reference and perhaps with a bit of Photoshop after to grade it a bit, you could get what you want. But the prompt was side on, and we have a front on shot. So that is just where I'm just really running out of patience now. Look at Layla's face there. We're like back into like times where, what is it called here? Stable diffusion. This is what faces looked like many years ago, but Stable Diffusion had the advantage that I could select the face and run a prompt just on that selection, and because the selection is much smaller than the overall image, it had a lot of resources to put in details in there, and usually you, with a bit of tweaking, you got quite good results of there. MidJourney's edit function I have not understood to this day. I don't know. There's style differences. It just doesn't do what I think it's supposed to do. So I couldn't fix that face, I'm sure. Same with Layla's face here. Like, it's completely. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. She doesn't have an upper lip. Her nostrils go all the way to the front of her nose. The proportions are just not the same characters. They're almost cartoonish here. Jaemin doesn't look like Jaemin anymore. He's a completely different ethnicity here. And I never said to threaten her with a gun-like device. Jaemin has too many fingers, 2 heads out of one neck. Layla coming through the roof of the car. This is actually quite a dynamic photo. I like it, but it's not Jaemin anymore. As such, the style is also very different, not just from a grading point of view, but we're looking like we're in some kind of like wreckage at this stage, and it's just not what I asked for. Jaemin has 3 arms and potentially something going on with his left hand there as well, although the expression is not bad. That said, I did ask for a worried and afraid look, not something that is more like anger in a way. And I also said we're in the car and not in front of a car. So there's just too many things that cost too much time. I ran through so many issues and iterations that I decided to go back to old school previs. So I recreated Jaemin here, and I will do the same with Layla as a 3D person. It needs textures and everything, but the advantage here is I have total consistency. So I can do my shots with my characters, or the characters, your character, they're your characters as well. You voted on them, and we just get the shots that we want for the story artwork that you guys can vote on. So yeah, and I take these 3D renders and push them through MidJourney with very limited freedom. I hope that this works, so that MidJourney has to stick to the characters, it has to stick to the composition and the setting, but it has enough freedom to add detail and grime and imperfections, you know, things that would take a long time to add in 3D. And perhaps this would be a better workflow for where the project is at the moment and what it wants to be. And hopefully we get enough momentum to really give you guys a voting every week. You know, where we announce the results on a Monday. On Tuesday already, we announce the next voting, which will then have a deadline by Friday. that would be my ideal. That is what I would wish for me and for you guys to really create the optimal storytelling experience. So guys, thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for being so patient and giving me the freedom to just find the right way forward. And yeah, thank you so much for sticking around. Love you guys. See you next time.